bases are loaded, but she's done well all day. We'll see what they do if she struggles with Cooper. As the 1-2, Cooper will drive high into right field. That one's going to go all the way to the wall. Be out of here for a grand slam to tie up the game. 6-6, a grand slam from your freshman, Kasey Cooper, to tie the game up here in the bottom of the 7th.
Hey guys, I'm Kasey Langley. I'm an assistant to the producer of the new overall series. I'm here to give you a few tips and details on auditioning for the new production.
7 of the 9 vehicles in the Toyota Ever Better Expedition have engines that were actually made right here in Huntsville. My biggest concern going into the game was going to be our secondary, because they've worried me for years now, but they did really well. There were a couple misreads by Trevon Reed, but I mean, he's new to that position at corner, so you expect that. But for the defensive line, people like Gabe Wright and Montravius Adams, it was like they were a little shaky, but both of them were starting at end, a place what they're not used to starting. So, again, big adjustments, but first half was a little scary. With Alabama football comes a lot of passion. A passion that keeps die-hard fans coming back to SEC Media Days every year. Each of these flags stands for an NCAA regional that the Auburn softball team has won. In their second year under Auburn head coach Clint Myers, they're looking to win another.
I personally love getting to meet so many of you and hope to see some of your smiling faces back for the production process. Here's how that's going to work. The producers and directors are looking over audition tapes over the next few days and will be calling a few people back for callbacks. Auburn soccer faced its first match of the NCAA tournament Saturday night, defeating Florida Gulf Coast 1-0. The team will advance to the next round, hitting the road again to play Texas Tech next Friday in either Gainesville, Florida or Lubbock, Texas. In Coach Myers' first season as the head coach of the Auburn Tigers, this team has become a team to be reckoned with in the Southeastern Conference. For Eagle Eye Sports, I'm Kasey Langley. As the 1-0, Jade Rhodes will hit hard into left center, and that's going to be a 3-run home run from Jade Rhodes to give Auburn the lead, 5-2. Julia Eccles trying to chase that one down, but that one's going to hit off the scoreboard and give Auburn the lead. Fantastic job by Jade Rhodes. It was only a matter of time before she connected. We're getting ready to start a new series called Possible People, featuring vibrant, passionate people who are following their ambitions to impact the people around them. But we want to hear who you think should be featured in this series. You can send us your ideas to hey@becomingpossible.com, and our team will meet together, discuss it, figure out, and choose who's going to be featured in this new series. Talk to you soon.
The Arkansas Razorbacks finished strong in 2014 with conference wins over LSU, Ole Miss, and a bowl win against Texas. Those wins have led to the usual preseason rumors, but as outside expectations continue to pile up for the Razorbacks, some Arkansas players say that those expectations are nothing in comparison to the ones they've set for themselves.
We just keep grinding, man. We keep working hard day in and day out. I feel like, we're going to have a pretty big season.
As the grind continues, several upperclassmen on the offensive line are returning for the 2015 season, leaving the offense more relaxed and prepared as Game 1 approaches.
The offensive line is where the offense starts, so being able to have a strong group up front is going to help everybody else out.
The experience and strength of the line in front of him has senior quarterback Brandon Allen focusing on the X's and O's and the betterment of his team.
We want the kind of guy that will go down the field, make a big play, and then the next play go and crack a linebacker for the running back. And so the real team players that are out there receiving, our whole receiving corps, they're a bunch of selfless guys, and they do whatever it takes to win.
Needless to say, there's a lot of talk about what could perhaps be a Razorback Cinderella story in the SEC. In Hoover, Kasey Langley, WHNT News 19. Becoming a Lauderdale County High School state champion in basketball starts here.
Are you fired up?
Yes! For the past 19 years, girls basketball coach Brant Llewellyn has held a summer camp for athletes of all ages with hopes of teaching them the love of the game and making them familiar with the Tigers program.
It's great to, just to get a ball in these kids' hands, and hopefully they're learning something here at camp that they're going to take home with them and using their driveway to be a better player.
Some of the best players in the county have been developed at this camp, and Coach says he knows when there's talent on the court, especially when the Wallen triplets arrived.
They've always loved coming to camp, and they've been gym rats, and that's why they were as good as they are. They've lived in a gym their whole life, and that's what it takes to be a good player.
What could be considered a training camp for future Tigers is also a chance for local players to learn from the state champs they've looked up to for the past 4 years.
There's different stations where you learn how shoot, and you learn how to lay up, the perfect form for a layup, and defensive stance, and just different things like that, the fundamentals of the game.
Having the opportunity to be the coach on the court has been a lesson for the girls on the team.
Us being out there being coaches this week, we have a lot more respect for our coaches for doing this.
But the girls say it's not just skills that bring a player true success.
Mainly just like to love the game itself, to have fun playing it at whatever age you want to play it.
Shoot it, Leah! Good job!
With a bright future being built through summer skill drills and a strong roster set for next season, expectations are high for the Tigers.
We want to prove to other people that we can do more than what we did last year.
In Lauderdale County, Kasey Langley, WHNT News 19.
Alabama had a terrific second half. They had a great game plan and really outplayed us. It's about as bad as we've played this year, and I thought, they had something to do with it. I told the players, you got to be accountable. It starts with me. I did not have a great game plan tonight. Wasn't comfortable with our defensive game plan. Offensively, they changed defenses enough to kind of disrupt us, and didn't feel like we didn't execute. That's my responsibility.
The Auburn Tigers were swept by their in-state rival, the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuesday night, losing 79-68. The Tigers struggled defensively and offensively most of the night, despite a big game from starters KT Harrell and Antoine Mason.
Yeah, of course, we need people to contribute, and it's not about the offense; it's our defense. Our defense, we didn't stop anybody in the second half.
With 5 regular season games remaining, Coach Pearl wants to see more from his team heading into this weekend's game against the #1 team in the nation, the Kentucky Wildcats, on the road at Rupp Arena on Saturday at 6 p.m. For Eagle Eye Sports, I'm Kasey Langley.